Good morning. Thank you for joining me, Journey of Faith. My name is Pam, and hopefully you're all having a great day and that you had a wonderful weekend. My weekend actually started off really nice. We had our annual Farm Fall Festival here in the town, which begins with a parade that runs right down the street in front of our house and ends at the park at the end of the town. Now, with all that and all the dogs that we have, it was way too loud Saturday to try and do a video. And then we went to the park to check out all the booths and things that they had down there for the festival. And I came home, thought I would rest for a little bit before trying to go online. Lo and behold, my one son who was out hunting calls and says, he's out in the middle of nowhere. He can't seem to get his truck started. And his dog has just been bit by a rattlesnake. So we had to figure out if we could find him, get his truck started, and get help for the dog. Well, we get that taken care of, at least the truck, and we make it back home. And so it being later in the day on a Saturday, and not knowing which veterinarian was open for the weekend in town, we had to start calling around. And we were left with one. And we're told that they can't take him because the vet is in surgery. Well, it was our only option. And so finally I was like, we got to at least take the dog in there and get him some help. I didn't know what to do for a rattlesnake bite. I'd never had to deal with that before. So we go in there, and again, they tell us the same thing, that we had three options. We could take him to Fresno, we could take him to Valencia, or Visalia. Now, all three of those places was quite a ways for us to drive. And I was like, this is not going to work. So we started making phone calls to people that we knew, who in turn made some phone calls. And apparently somebody somewhere had some connections because, long story short, the vet was able to see us. But it just turned into a very long and early morning at the veterinarian. And I think we left the veterinarian's office at about 3 a.m., which made everybody feel yesterday like we were a bunch of walking zombies. So no, I didn't get anything done really as far as recording a video on Saturday or anytime this weekend. And I had one that I knew I wanted to do, but then this took place today. And I wanted to start off with this Bible verse, which I think will tie in to my story. Says, this is from Psalms 11:5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. That's true. There just seems to be so much violence and so much hatred. I don't understand what is going on. I just don't. Honestly, I think it started back when they took prayer out of the schools. And now you've got both parents that are working, trying to support their household. And kids are pretty much, and I mean no disrespect to a parent, because I know how hard it is. But you've got kids that are pretty much trying to raise themselves or by the internet or by the television or by their friends and wanting to impress their friends. But this is a story, and you may have already heard about it, that there was another school shooting today in St. Louis. Now, this article I did see on one that this was a school shooting in St. Louis. At least 2 were killed. The other article says that there was 3. And this is at a high school. It says at least 7 others were injured in the shooting. at a Central Visual and Performing Arts high school. The authorities said the gunman died after exchanging gunfire with police. What is wrong with people? Seriously, what is wrong with people? I for the life of me, I can't understand this. It says here the gunman opened fire at a performing arts high school in St. Louis on Monday, just as classes were getting underway, killing 2 people and injuring at least 7 others before he was fatally shot while exchanging gunfire with the police, the authorities said. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Sack, the interim commissioner of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, said an adult woman died at the hospital and a teenage girl was pronounced dead at the scene at the Central Visual and Performing Arts High School. Both had been shot, he said. The others who were hurt suffered a variety of injuries, from shrapnel injuries to gunshots, Colonel Sack said. Colonel Sack did not identify the suspect, but said he appeared to be about 20 years old. The suspect died at the hospital. Really, what is going on with people? This has gotten completely out of hand. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I told you I had dogs. Yeah. No, that's not the one that got bit by the rattlesnake. The one that got bit, he's doing fine, by the way. He's in there in the bedroom. Our dogs are like people. And he's resting. Yeah, this is so sad when you can't, as a parent, even feel safe about sending your kids to school. You can't go to church. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't go to a concert. You can't go anywhere and feel safe anymore. And that's what this says here in this article. This is off of the New York Times. Here is a safe place where kids can go to grow, to learn, to develop. And something like this happens. It's just heartbreaking, and it is. What is wrong with people? Is it mental illness? Is it because they're on drugs? Is it a combination? I have never in my life been against or for gun control. And I don't know what the answer is on this, but I was also looking this right here, and I didn't realize that there had been that many. This here says, this is off of Education Week, that there has been 35 school shootings this year alone. That is absurd. Something is wrong. Absolutely. I mean, what was there? 21 people in Uvalde, Texas, and I think that happened back in May. Not to mention the poor father of the teacher, or the husband of the teacher, that also died at the from the Uvalde shooting from a heart attack. That was seriously a broken heart. I mean, how could you get over that, knowing that your spouse had gone to work to teach little children in a school and she didn't come home? It's just heart-wrenching. You go on, what does this say? And what did I see? So far this year, when was this wrote? Oh my word. This is off of the Philadelphian. Says it's so far this year, but I'm not seeing a date when this was wrote, that there has been a total of 566 mass shootings this year. It says every day more than 110 Americans are killed. with guns, and more than 200 are wounded, averaging over 40,000 deaths per year. That's absurd. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've always had guns. We go hunting. I see no sense in automatic weapons because those are designed strictly for killing people. Why would somebody even need that? I don't know if they need more background checks, what they need to do. Something needs to be done. Oh, this is absurd. And like I say, I was unable to get the story out that I intended to do. But when this came out, it just seems like it's more and more every day. Every time you turn around, there's another mass shooting somewhere. But when they're talking about at schools for little children, what is wrong with somebody? No matter what is going on with you mentally, if you're on a drug, if you feel like you've been bullied, whatever the excuse is, why go into a place like that, especially school? Anywhere. Let me take that back. Anywhere. Are you that insecure that you have to go in and take it out amongst selfless, defenseless individuals that probably never even knew you in the first place, but they don't care? Something seriously needs to be done. And I don't have the answers, and maybe together we could come up with an answer. Guess we just need to pray on this one, but I've been praying on it for a while, and this one seems to be getting worse and worse. And I don't know, but maybe together we could all pray and see if we can't come up with a solution. I'm going to continue to work on the other story that I was going to put out for you. You continue to have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Have a blessed day.